Hello and welcome to Big Bore Knife and Gear. Today we're going to go over a couple things. One, a quick update on the TRM Atom. Had this thing in use for a little over a week. It belongs to my buddy Rusty. He told me to use it like I would my knife, so that's exactly what I've done. I've probably cut through 120, 140 feet of cardboard at work. I've stropped the blade a couple of times, have not sharpened it. And this CPM 20CV steel is a slicing machine, let me tell you. Again, didn't touch the edge as far as sharpening. I did strop it twice in that time frame. And she's still like a razor. So Rusty, fantastic knife. Extremely comfortable, very easy to use. I might not be able to do this on camera because the camera's like literally right here, but pretty much damn near drop shot action with just a little bit of a flick of the wrist. Super smooth, absolutely fantastic. Let me get this out of the way now because I want to talk about a fixed blade. And I want to talk about a Kubey fixed blade. This is the Ku160. This one also belongs to my buddy Rusty. I've had this one for a while now. It is a great fixed blade knife. These are still available. I found some on Amazon for about 56 bucks. Let's pull this sucker out. And we'll get some specs on this. Again, this is the Kubey Ku160. Has an overall length of 9.4 inches. Has a blade length of 4.7 inches. The cutting edge on this is going to be 4 1/4 inches. Blade thickness 0.21 inches. Blade steel. It's a big old massive chunk of D2 full tang design. Handle length of 4.6 inches. Handle material is African blackwood. Overall weight 10.8 ounces. And it does come with a pretty decent Kydex sheath that has a adjustable clip on it. I love this style of clip. How I carried it was on my backpack actually, and I'll throw a picture up here in just a second and show you. So let's get with the good. And I only had one. It's not really bad, but it's one pet peeve on this. The knife, ergonomics wise, is fantastic. It feels absolutely great in hand. It does have a pretty thick, chunky handle, but no hot spots. It feels great. I didn't do anything too abusive with this thing. You know, I didn't pull a Woodland Tactical and go baton through tree stumps. I did do a little feather sticking with it. I did some cutting with cardboards. I did take a few little hikes over the past week to get some footage for another video. This was on me. Just a great knife. For the size, for being almost 11 ounces, it actually feels very comfortable. And I feather sticked and did some stuff for probably 20 minutes straight with it in my hand and no fatigue. It was absolutely great. The finish on this has it's not really polished, but I'm going to call it a satin flat with maybe a slightly polished satin finish on the blade itself. Wipe this off. Has a great fit and finish for the most part, which is that little pet peeve I'm going to tell you about. The pins looks like nickeled silver. I didn't look it up, but it appears to be nickeled silver. Same with the guard. The guard is fitted very well. So you can see, you can barely even see the transition between it. The ocaso area is nice and deep. You got about maybe a 1/2 inch as a sharpening choil area, or ricasso on a fixed blade, I guess, if you want to be technical. It does have this nice little swedged spine. The spine back here is 90 degrees for about 1.5 inches. So if you're going to use this on a ferro rod or a fire striker, it would work just fine for that, which I did not do since it's not my knife. I didn't want to scar it up. It's got that classic drop point style blade with a nice big old belly. This thing was just an absolute pleasure to use. Now, let's get into the one thing that's a little annoying. When this knife was brand new, the fit and finish on it, according to Rusty, was perfect. But as you can see here, there is now a slight little edge on the tang here from where the scales, the wood scales, meet. Camera's probably not going to pick it up too well, and it's slight, but I have a feeling, and Rusty brought this up to me in conversation, that when they did the scales for this, this wood probably wasn't kiln dried, and over time it has fully cured and dried and has shrunk ever so slightly. But it's enough. Can you hear that? It's enough. I just caught some skin on there, if you can see that. It's enough, see, to really feel that and to see it if you do this. No issues grip-wise. But other than that one little thing, this knife is in great condition, great design. Truly a stunning little fixed blade. Well, I shouldn't say little, it's 9.5 inches long. And right now, again, still available on Amazon for $56. I think that's a pretty damn good deal, considering you're getting a football field's thickness chunk of D2. Just a big old thick, damn near 1/4 inch stock on that. Guys, if you have one of these or have handled one of these, let me know what you thought in the comments. That's all I have for today. So please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, because I love the feedback. And until next time, take care.